I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. Yeah, man. One more time. Steve Harvey got a radio show. Well, and today I'm going to do something a little different with the radio show that God gave me, so here it is. Normally I have a message of inspiration, of some type of motivation, but today is a little bit different. A very close friend of mine, my barber, and his wife suffered a tremendous loss yesterday. Their son was shot and killed in Arlington, Texas. And, I was with him yesterday when he got the phone call. And, I have children. And I didn't know what to say because, I've never been in that hole before. I've buried some important people to me. My mom, my dad, my brother, my best friends. A lot of relatives, but man, it was a horrible phone call to watch a friend of yours receive. And it leads me today to this conversation here that must be absolutely necessary for us. I am talking directly to the black community. Now, I normally don't do that because this radio show that God has blessed me with is for everybody. But this specific problem that I'm talking about, I'm talking directly to the black community. You could quote me on it. You can print it up. You can write it how you want to write it. You can blog how you want to blog. When you get through, this is what I'm saying. This has got to stop. This senseless disregard for each other's life. How did we get this way? What have we done to each other? What has been done to us to cause us to have such a blatant disregard for one another? We today, we operate in a society that's so hateful. A lot of it has to do with the times. A lot of it has to do with lack of prayer. This is just my opinion. When we took prayer out of schools, we opened up the floodgates for a lot of other stuff. Because with praying in schools, something else got to come in too. We have more violence in our schools now than we ever had in the history of our nation. But in our community, it resounds at a much higher level. I am just totally disturbed. I've been disturbed about it, but today this hit rather close to home. Because to watch someone you know and love receive the news like that, that's incredible. For all of you listening to have children who have suffered this loss before, or can you even wrap your mind around that concept that someone calls you and tells you not an accident that someone took your child's life? Wrap your mind around that. Well, the community that I'm talking to, we need to start dealing with a couple of things. We got to get more men to step up and be men. If you are fathers, then step up and be a father. If you ain't the best father, you ain't been the best father, it's time for you to step up and be that father you're supposed to be, to the boys and to the girls. But I got news for you, man. I got real news for you. This situation, man, as much as we try to have all of us out there who have mentoring programs and programs for young people and those of you out there who are trying to make a difference, you can't stop trying. Just because it seems like this hole is getting wider and deeper, you can't stop trying because you will make a difference out there. But it's going to take more people to step up. We can't blame nobody for this but ourselves. We can't, this ain't the government's fault. There ain't no programs. It ain't nothing to do. Ain't no jobs. You can hang all that up because guess what? The economy is bad everywhere. I'm talking about the way we feel about one another. This ain't no video game. See, we live in a society and we allow our children to do some things. We act like there's no harm, no foul. You let your children listen to whatever they want to listen to. You let your children watch whatever they want to watch. You let your children go wherever they want to go, and you let them do whatever they want to do. Well, guess what? They're going to do wrong then. If you keep letting them do whatever they want to do and make decisions on their own and don't offer the proper leadership and guidance in a young person's life, they're going to do wrong with it. How many times it's got to be proven to us? Don't get stuck on stupid here. Like, well, this school system wasn't. No, it's parenting. It's parenting. It's fathers that ain't being fathers. It's men that ain't being the men that we supposed to be. That's what's wrong in our community. I don't give a damn if the government don't slide us a piece of cheese or another pack of peanut butter. What they got to do with how we treat one another? What they got to do with how we value life between one another? Why is a black life so unimportant to one another? Why is this black boy not as important as the other boy? What have we done? What's been done to us to create the mindset? Oh, that's a 3-hour, 4-hour debate on the radio, and you'd have to come back week after week to discuss what all's been done to us. But man, I got to tell you something. You can do something about this problem. It ain't beyond doing. But you know what? You old gangsters, y'all make me sick. Y'all the real tricks with me, because you know what you do? You do everything to encourage these young boys to get in your gang, to develop your mindset. Y'all got names for them, like whatever your name is in the gang. Then you bring in the little young homie and he pick up Lil, big monster, little monster, big nasty, little nasty. And then you do everything you can to convince them to get in. But then when you get 2 strikes on your monkey ass, now you sitting down somewhere, you real still. But then you sitting up here, and I hate it when I watch your shows and y'all sit up and say, we can't tell these young dudes nothing. Well, hold on, excuse me. You knew what to tell them when you got them in the gang. You knew what to tell them when it was time for the initiation. You knew what to tell them when it was time to let's roll down here and do this here. But now all of a sudden, you don't have the answers for what it needs to make them stop. See, them 2 strikes got you stopped, Mr. OG, but you ain't got enough sense and forethought in your mind to sit down and tell a young person, man, how to get out, that my mistakes that I made ain't right, that what landed me here ain't where you really want to be. You don't have that in you to say. Man, you can miss me with that, because you know, stop being a cowardly man about it. If you knew how to talk them into the gangs and you know how to talk them into being in your hood and your clique, then learn how to sit down and tell them after you done learned that you are OG, this ain't the right way. Learn how to have them. Stop telling this excuse to one another that I can't tell these young people nothing, that they don't hear me. They don't know what I'm saying. Man, stop saying that, because you men make me sick when you, man, listen to me. Man up. You man up. I'm talking to the gangsters now that talk these cats. And then these other people out here in the community. You got to understand this problem about. We're going to cure this problem when we start turning some of these people in. You can't let a crack house exist on your street. You can't let a dude up the street just be pushing heroin and crack out of a house. Your mama live on that street. What's wrong with you? Because you know what? You done in the cowards, man. What they going to do to me? Man, get some God in your life and lose your fear of people, man, and start doing the right thing. You're not opening up a crack house on my mama's street. You know why? Because I'm telling. You can call it snitching or whatever you want to call it. No, I'm telling. And do what you going to do, but what you ain't going to keep doing is keep raping this community, making it unsafe for old people to walk down the street. A young boy trying to get at it. My dude's son, man, was a college student. Man, this dude was doing something with his life, man. You remember one time I told y'all to go on YouTube and look up that Dumb Dumb Dummy song? That little boy gone now. Because somebody, man, somebody somewhere ain't have no value for life. Somebody ain't been told that that's your brother over there. Somebody ain't got no prayer in their home. Somebody ain't got no father somewhere that saying, hey, man, why you out that time of night? That little boy was just trying to go home, man. Stopped at the 7-Eleven. Now he ain't here no more. Now y'all miss me with all these excuses. Get off your ass and do something. Make a difference in your community. Talk to these boys, man. Talk to these kids. Say, come here, man, that ain't right. I don't know why every frat in the country ain't got a mentoring program of some type. And I'm not saying this to say I'm this or I'm that. I'm saying we all got to start solving this problem. We got to take these young boys and sit them down and talk to them. Because guess what, man? One day I might get that phone call. I ain't looking forward to that. I got 2 sons, the boy same age, man. My son will be 20 today. That boy won't even see 21. Because we sit up in here and we keep making excuses for ourselves in our community. We keep blaming the government. We keep blaming the white man. We keep blaming the who else we gonna blame? Hey man, when we gonna take that finger and turn around, point it right at us, man? Because this is something we not doing. This is something we need to do. We need to check ourselves on this one right here. We gotta stop this. In Chicago, when that little boy got beat to death like that, and everybody said they ain't know nothing. Man, you for real? Get real with me. We got to stop this in our community. I'm sick of this, man. I'm sick of this. Now, I had to say it today. I said it. Feel how you want to feel. Write about it. Blog it. Say what you want to say. Steve went off. He cussed. You say whatever. I don't give a damn. Say what you want to say. Because y'all can miss me. Because from now on, I'm going to say what it is. And feel how you want to feel about it.